this is Caveman here, and we're gonna continue. We're gonna talk about stuff today. Today is a good day to talk about stuff. As you can tell, I'm in Fallout 4 creating a house. Now, what I wanted to talk about was, yes, I'm continuing with my Fallout 76 videos, but I wanted to talk about my next Let's Play on my next Fallout, and will be Fallout 4. Now, what I'm actually currently doing is getting things, just building, getting back into the controls, and getting back into actually playing Fallout 4. What I wanted to talk about today is what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. Fallout 76 will take time, and it will be a while before I'm able to get to it, but we're going to go ahead and continue anyways, and talk about what we're doing. Alright, so let's get started. Now, with Fallout 4, I have enjoyed, and I have actually played it a lot. I have played it multiple times with multiple different factions, and it's just non-stop playing. But what I wanted to talk about is we're going to go ahead and make an early assumption of what we're going to do. And that's what we're going to do today. Now, I'm looking for, as you can see, I'm currently looking for stuff from my roof. Apparently, I am not finding it very well. But, doesn't matter. Anyways, so, the factions, we're gonna do it multiple ways. I'm gonna make multiple Let's Plays, and we're gonna choose different categories and different things of what we're going to do. And, we are also going to, never mind that, Chubbs is online. Also going to do a little bit running around and a few other things like that. But my main thing of what I want to do is choose our very first faction and talk about it. So, my very first faction is, we'll go ahead and do it with the Brotherhood, because, you know, first option for everybody. And a lot of people, I know, a lot of people have already played this game and already moved on, and not a lot of people are making videos on it. Some are just for the special things and the special, like hidden locations, hidden stuff that you didn't see the first time, which will make other people replay it. But the thing we're going to do is we're actually going to choose and talk about our faction. Like I said, we're going to go with the Brotherhood first. And how I'm going to do that is, actually, I was thinking on it. And what we're going to do. So, because we're currently, the very first faction you meet is the Minutemen. And what they're gonna do is at the end, it's hard to think about it, as you can tell. My mind is somewhere else today. Apologize for the confusion that I'm about to bring on. But sorry, hold on. Something's not working here. My power's not working. What's going on here? Oh, that's why I didn't reach it all the way around. That's what I need to do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the very first faction we're going to use. And when I signed up with the Brotherhood, they were out of control in Fallout 4. They wanted to destroy everything that was an abomination to them. And what makes them an abomination to the Brotherhood is that they're not fully human. We're talking about synths created, and another faction within the actual Fallout. But that faction, which is the Institute, and we're gonna have to take out super mutants, and you have met the Brotherhood, and you've seen this when they struggle throughout the Commonwealth, or the old United States of America. And with their faction is they always have found problems within a certain dominion. And within that dominion,
Be constantly trying to kill us, but
that faction is either messed up, we're either conquering something or destroying stuff within the process.
that's one heck of
But
a jet.
why am I so slow? I am heavily over encumbered when I got on that power armor. But so we're gonna work with the Brotherhood this time, and we already know the struggles they went through and what we're going to do, because I know a lot of people have done it. We're gonna do Fallout 4, like I said, we're gonna do it my way. I'm gonna have a few mods in that doesn't destroy the lore, that actually adds to the lore itself. Once we add the lore, we're gonna make Fallout more interesting. As you can see, this was my very first base that I ever created when I did my sanctuary let's build kind of thing. So sanctuary, I always take over sanctuary, my very first settlement. I like to fully build and fully prepare sanctuary because I like to add in my past, or my character's past, Nora, the wife of the wife of Nate and the mother of Sean within. So I'm thinking about, I'm trying to decide which character I should go with. In Fallout 4, depending on your character, I know for a fact the female character is actually stronger than the male character itself, because the female adds in perks that goes against the opposite sex, which is the female, oh man, I just fell off the building, which the female would actually use special perks and have more perks than the male character, because the male character does not have certain perks as the female. And as you can tell, when I'm actually trying to put a power core, I fell off my building many times trying to put this power core up, but it is not wanting to go up in the spot I want it to. So I eventually had to move around, place it, move around, place it, move around, place it, and furthermore, because we needed more power into my community, because my community was actually getting pretty tirelessly, and so as you can tell, I did my job as putting it on there. So as I connected everything, getting my entire power source up, I put an actual reactor on my roof. It was hilarious. But for some reason, I could not figure out how the reason why my core wasn't reaching to my actual base here. So as you can tell, I'm trying to move around. But we're gonna go with the Brotherhood for Fallout, and I might actually do a little mixture of both videos. If I'm not doing Fallout 76, I will do my Fallout 4 videos, so I can get both of them out, so you can enjoy both videos by Caveman. Since we're on the PS4, I'm going to go ahead and go by Caveman, since I'm not currently on the PC or the Xbox 360, which I usually am. And I still could not figure out why my power wasn't reaching. There we go. I finally figured it out after dozens and dozens of tries. But when I thought to myself, I could add a bunch of more stuff into my camp, I had to go inside to make sure all my power was on, and of course it wasn't. There was one that was missing its power, which for some reason I could not figure out how to get to work and bring happiness to my settlement. As you can tell, my settlement happiness is going up, but we had another issue resolving with power because of my power armor stands and displays, which took me a while to figure it out, but I finally got it to work. The two displays that I have on here is my Quantum and my Nuka-Cola, which I had to literally move back and try to fit in its spot, and it was painful for me, to be honest. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're going to go through the entire Fallout 4, the first time with the Brotherhood, second time I'm thinking about, because we did the Brotherhood and we have to go against the Institute, and I really hate to go with the Institute because of how terrible they are. Well, I say terrible, but I usually go with the good guy or neutral faction state, which I usually do because I'm not that kind of person to actually get to actually make people mad. I go with my own decisions, because if you treat me with respect, like I say in all my Fallout videos, like even my Fallout New Vegas, I started out, if you treat me with respect, I respect you. If you treat me like trash, you treat it like trash. If I'm paid to do something, then I do it what I'm getting paid to do. So, that's how it usually goes. Now, so we're gonna go with the Institute, the second one, so we can go ahead and get the bad guy over with, because I hate being the bad guy unless I'm forced to, which I not usually forced to being the bad guy, but I end up being the bad guy, if you know what I mean. So what I actually, not to change the subject once again, but you know me, get my head on something else and then talking about one thing and then be like, oh yeah, let's add this in as well. As you can currently tell, what I'm doing is I'm building up a actual station to store generator platforms. Like what I'm doing is actually trying to provide power to the entire settlement, powering up each building, which I usually do. I like powering up everything, getting power everywhere, bring it back, bring this sanctuary back to what it used to be before I lost my, according to my character, until I lost my current husband and I murdered my son because, you know, he was not what I wished he was, and since I'm the current mother, I had to deal with this situation, and I had to deal with it quickly. And as you can tell, I couldn't get up on the bushes, so I had to use a mod that I downloaded through and use a jetpack, nuke a jetpack, to get up there. But as you can tell, my female character, I like to add it a little bit lore. She misses her husband and son dearly. She wishes that she can spend the rest of eternity with, but after the loss of her loved ones, she became desperate to save humanity, and so I like to add a little lore. That's what I'm about to do, and she currently now signed up with Vault-Tec and became an overseer of a vault. Now, she wants to save the future of all of her friends and family in the new world that she met 200 years later. Now, if you want to add in, if we can also talk about Fallout 76 while we're on the topic, if you want to add in even more lore, 25 years, actually it was about 175 years ago, the vault doors opened of Vault 76. Vault 76 was a great vault to store a human being, the best and brightest. My character was a lawyer, so she was a practitioner of law. She was a character who practiced law, enjoys it, and if she was near the Commonwealth, of Boston and Washington, D.C., she would have been accepted into that vault. But the problem is, her husband would not. But her husband was also accepted into Vault 101, which her husband will still be alive, and the effects of Fallout 4 would have never happened, but they would be separated. And she would have never seen her husband again, because she would have died within the years of Fallout 76. Which is a sad thing, but all for Vault-Tec. And she has found out the saddening story of what her character happened through Vault-Tec records at the Vault-Tec headquarters in the city area of Boston. Now we have talked about what factions we're going to do, and I stopped at the Institute. So the next faction we're going to talk about is after the Institute. We're going to work with the Railroad / Minutemen, because you will have to have the Minutemen in order to invade the Institute, and you will have to have the Railroad in order for the Minutemen to invade the Institute as well. So next, that's how we're going to do that, in that order. So it's going to be, for review of what we're going to do, it's going to be the Brotherhood, then the Institute, then the Minutemen, then the Railroad. And we're going to do each playstyle differently. We're not going to do the same playstyle. So we're going to add in like one mod for this, and then we're going to add in another mod to make things more interesting. We're going to do different characters. We're going to do different playstyles. So my first playstyle is what I'm going to always do, is play the good guy. And through the Brotherhood, make sure everybody has everything. The settlement's booming, having everybody enjoying what they need to do. As you can tell, my power is currently maxed out, and how much materials I've been collecting, it's 9,900, and I have a building mod on as well, as you can tell, because if I was actually playing this right, I would have never built any of this. But I like to add power into my houses, power on the streets, people booming. We're just adding a few things. We're going to touch it with a few, since my character chose with the Brotherhood and to take out the Institute. We also joined a Raider clan, which is also bad guy, but we did it for a reason, because we had to complete the Nuka World DLC, which was kind of sad that we were forced to do it, but we have became a leader raider and the main boss of Nuka World. And we'll do Nuka World. We'll also do that faction. We'll be the good guy / bad guy, and I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. And when it comes to Nuka World,